somebody was teasing me and saying, oh, Swamini, we're going to do your self-love challenge because you'll have a spa day, right? And of course they said this because they heard me complaining that self-love is not going to a spa. You can definitely go to a spa. It just doesn't help you love yourself more. It feels great, and sometimes we even need it if you're that tired. And sure, it's a great treat, but it doesn't help you love yourself. What we're going to do today is a little bit different than going to the spa, but it is just fun. It can be a lot of fun. We're revisiting a childhood memory. And if we liked doing it then there's a pretty high chance that we still like doing it. And yes, as I mentioned, we're doing this to have fun. But also, often when people are working through things in the past, like in a reflective, introspective way, or even in a way where they need to do a little bit of therapy to heal past traumas, often that requires inner child work. Simple language. So much of who we are got built when we were really young. And when we were really young, we were innocent and vulnerable. And sometimes innocent is a nice way of saying we were naive. And as a child, we wouldn't have had the experience to maybe understand something or the maturity to be able to understand something. And so we went through an experience and got hurt or formed a judgment about the world, about relationships, about ourselves. And so we have to go back to our thinking at that point in time when we were children and look at how a belief got created, association got created, and then with the maturity of adult and the experience we have gained through time and the sharpness of our intelligence, we can choose to restructure a belief or a perspective, reevaluate priorities, and establish truths. And so the child in us is very important, not only because it built who we are, but it continues to be who we are until we consciously change it. And so reconnecting with the child in us in a fun, playful way sometimes does clear out things without us having to go through therapy. And the child in us also was like a pure and innocent and enthusiastic and had so much faith and hopes. And so we want to keep the child in us alive. We want to continue to have hope, and we want to continue to be innocent. We want to be able to be vulnerable and open and have that zest for life that children do. We want to be so willing to love the way a child loves. And as adults, if we can still be as willing to love as a child loves, but have the maturity to love and to receive love, our relationships can be so much warmer and stronger. And so using a hobby, using an activity to connect back with that child in us, and then just let whatever happens, happens. And keeping that child in us happy can solve a lot of problems without us working at solving it.